G64 Series Rotating Burr Carrier Replacement and Stationary Burr Shimming Guide. Step 1. Remove the hopper lid, bellows, and the bean hopper itself from the machine. Then, lift out the stationary burr assembly. Now you can see the rotating burr carrier assembly. Use the Allen key to unscrew the center screw of the carrier. Remove the magnetic grounds outlet. Insert a screwdriver into the grounds chute to jam and lock the rotating burr in place. Loosen and unscrew the center bolt counterclockwise. Once removed, keep the bolt and the two washers in a safe place. Then, remove the old rotating burr carrier assembly. Check if there are any residual coffee grounds inside the grinding chamber. Clean it out completely using the cleaning brush. Next, align and drop the new rotating burr carrier assembly into place. Take the bolt and washers and reinstall them. While tightening the center bolt, you will need to use a screwdriver or the brush handle to jam and secure the carrier from spinning. Then fully tighten the bolt. Once this step is complete, take out the new stationary burr assembly. Unscrew it to remove the internal shims. The alignment shims must be placed precisely between the housing carrier and the burr. Once the burr is detached, you will see the shims inside. You need to take out all the existing shims first. Then add the required amount of shims based on the height of the old assembly. Measure the protruding height of the old assembly to determine the required shim thickness. For this step, it is highly recommended to use shims with a thickness of 0.2 mm or 0.15 mm. Add them for the initial alignment. You can add more later if it's not enough. After estimating the required number of shims, place the chosen shims into the new burr carrier housing. Next, align the burr with the screw holes and mount it back onto the housing. After tightening the screws, the burr will protrude slightly. This is completely normal. Place the assembled stationary burr unit back into the machine. Simply align it with the white arrow and drop it in. Reinstall the bean hopper by screwing it back on. Screw it all the way to the zero contact point, then back it off to setting 10 or 20. Plug in the power supply and turn on the machine to test the newly installed burrs. Listen carefully to check if there is any harsh metallic clashing sound while running empty. If it sounds clear, slowly dial the adjustment ring down towards the true O mark. Keep listening closely for any burr chirping or collision. If there are no abnormal noises, you can try grinding a small amount of coffee beans to inspect the grind size. If the resulting grounds are still noticeably too coarse, you will need to add an extra 0.1 mm or 0.05 mm shim on top of the original shims. Repeat the previous steps. Remove the bean hopper. Take out the burr assembly. Critical, since you have tested it with real beans, you must clean out all residual grounds thoroughly upon disassembly. At this stage, add another 0.1 mm or 0.05 mm thickness to the existing shim stack. Once measured, place them back into the new burr carrier for fine-tuning. Make sure the burrs remain absolutely clean before reassembling. Turn on the power to test the machine for the second time. Verify whether the grind fineness now meets your expectations. If it still falls short, for any subsequent adjustments, continue fine-tuning by adding shims in increments of 0.1 mm or 0.05 mm at a time.